welcome to my channel. Today I'm trying out for the first time for me the Dragonscale effect, and therefore I have got me some liquid resin inks. This is like purple and blue, and two micas, which is like a gold mica powder and something like champagne. And as you can see here, I have in my hand my thermometer, and I checked the resin temperature until it is about 40 degrees Celsius. And I don't divide this already into the cups because then it takes much longer for the resin to get the higher temperature. So I leave it in the big jug and wait there. And once it has 40 degrees Celsius, I will divide it in the cups, and then it will cool a little bit down. And I have all the time I need to mix up my colors and then pour in a just like not rushed motion. Because if I'm scared that the resin gets too hot, then I'm kind of rushed, and that's not good. The resin does not have the right temperature yet, so I decided in the meantime to put my colors into the cups, so I won't have to do that later on. Just in case I'm in a rush then, yeah, who knows. I'm taking the micas, and I'm not really sparingly. I will put 2.5 of those spoons in there because I just have to find out whether it makes a difference if you put more or less mica in there. So I will have to try this, and I'll take you with me later, maybe in another video. It is 3 minutes later, and as you can see, I'm checking with my hands outside the jug the temperature of the resin, and now I'm taking the last time the temperature with the thermometer, and I guess this is the point where I have to divide into my cups. It took another minute for the temperature to rise up to 40 degrees Celsius, and now I'm ready to pour the resin into my cups, and I leave the same part as I fill in the cups, clear resin into my jug for the middle pieces. I'm really dividing my resin into 5 equal parts, 4 for the colors and 1 for the clear resin for the middle. I'm starting with the micas that I already have in the cups, and I'm stirring really well. If you don't stir really well, there are gonna be some little lumps in there that will sink to the bottom if you pour it like this into your coaster mold, and you will see this from the other side. So make sure that you really stir right. And it happened to me on one of those coasters, and I will show you later on which one it is. I'm putting about 15 drops of my liquid resin colorant in there, and this is a lot for that amount of resin, but I want it to be really dark. And what you got to be aware of, you have to take transparent resin colors, otherwise this effect won't work. I'm stirring for the last time in my resin with the mica powders because just to make sure it is soft in there. I'm sorry that this is off camera. I didn't notice, but I'm putting the transparent resin in first, and this is what you gotta do. You gotta always put the transparent resin first in the mold. And I make 2 purple ones first and 2 blue ones. And now I'm taking the one with the champagne mica powder. Oh, there, I noticed there. Okay, so the mica powder with the champagne color. And for the purple one, I take the gold color first because I want to see what kind of an effect uh, does the difference of the pouring makes. Now I take the other transparent color that I put in the first one first. I put this here second and I pour it all out. And on the other side, I will use the other one that has the purple first and I put the blue in last. And I will do the same thing with the micas. Where the champagne was, I will put the gold one, and where the gold one is, I put the champagne one in there. And as you can see, my molds are not really, they like bent upwards, and this is not really good for this technique. It's not good for really any technique. My new molds are still on the way to my house, and yeah, I have to figure out how to do it with those. Now I poured all my colors and the only thing left to do is pouring the clear resin in the middle so it will push the colors to the outside. And on that one that I'm pouring in now, I don't know what I did with it. I must have dropped some resin in there or something because it did some funny stuff and it looks kind of yeah, I don't really know, but it's funny because I'll show you at the end what happened to that thing, and yeah, it just doesn't look like the other ones. The final thing that I have to do is pop the bubbles. Oh my God, pop the bubbles with my little torch, and then we have to wait what happens. So I sped this part up about 20 times, and you can see on the left bottom corner, um, I don't know what the resin is doing there. I really don't know, and it looks kind of funny. And I was sitting there looking at it, laughing my butt off because the other ones look kind of similar, but that one, I don't know, it just looks ridiculous. And yeah, I'll show you later. It is time to demold, and I will take my pieces out. This is the one that made some funny stuff, and the pieces are still a little bit bendy, so I have to be a little bit more careful than I usually am when I'm demolding. But they come out like butter, and it just works out fine. I zoomed you out a little bit so I can show you better in close-ups how they look. And this is the one that made the funny stuff. And yeah, I don't really know why it did that and what it did. It looks ridiculous somehow, but somehow it already looks cool again. So I haven't decided yet whether I like it or not. So I like the effects on this one, but as you can see here, the mica powder was not stirred right, and that little white spot there, yeah, right there, is the not really stirred or dissolved mica powder. And this happens all the time if you're not stirring right. So stir right the first time, and then you won't have to worry about it. They're not really looking like dragon scales all the way, but for the first time, I think they're really fine. And I especially like this one because it has the blue outside with the champagne colored micas and the gold inside with the purple. I like it really much. And after all, they didn't come out that bad. If you like my video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. It enables me to make more videos for y'all, and it shows YouTube that the people are interested in the things that I do. Thank you.